World Tour 5 was not the East Coast connection tonight. And part of me is very angry at myself for allowing Sean to distract me, which allowed Malik to Jaguar knee me in the face. Part of me is angry at the fact that Sean felt the need to stick his nose in our business again and cost us the tag titles. But I should have known. I should have known he would do it. Which is why I'm out here. Hey, Sean. Hey, I know you're here. I know you got a CAW All Stars tag title match on this show tonight. But quite frankly, I'm feeling very, very angry right now. So angry, in fact, that I'm gonna hold up this show. I'm gonna hold up this show until I get one of three things. One, we get our rematch, and you get your ass out here, and you can get beat up. Two, I can go back there, find you with Walter, and we'll get our rematch that way. Or three, I'll hold up this show until you get your drip god wannabe ass out here. Your move, Sean.
Mr. Bedlam, why don't you calm down? We don't gotta do it like this. I put all this behind me. Why can't you do the same? I get it. I really do. You're frustrated with what happened at the last World Tour special in your CAW All Stars Tag Team Championship match. But as I told you in private, via email, it was not my intention to distract you or Walter Scott in your championship match. I simply came to ringside, being that I am the owner and promoter of CAW All Stars, just to take a closer look at the action. It was a great matchup. But you blame me. You know what? That's okay. I'm used to people blaming me for their own failures. What's one more? Maybe I didn't take into account our history, underestimated the fact that you would be distracted by my mere appearance. That's on me. I'm sorry about that. Mr. Bedlam, you have me all wrong. I'm not a bad guy. In fact, I'm a very nice guy. If you want to blame me for all of your problems, that's okay. Allow me to take some time to apologize for your mistakes. I am sorry that you took your eye off the prize and got hit with a Jaguar knee. I'm sorry that Walter Scott ate a Reaper's elbow, which led to ECC losing the CAW All Stars World Tag Team Championships. I am sorry that you are no longer the CCL World Heavyweight Champion. I am sorry that even in the VWU, you will always be second fiddle to Sly Cooper. And I am sorry that you are not the CAW All Stars World Heavyweight Champion. Feel better? I know I do. But if that doesn't make you feel better, this might. I actually got you something. And no, it's not a rematch for the CAW All Stars World Tag Team Championships at CAW All Stars 14. The board has already decided who the challengers will be. They'll be announced a little bit later on tonight. And the champions will be decided in our championship match later on tonight between Sovereign Death Machine and Gen Z. But this is a big opportunity for you and Walter Scott, because I've decided to put you both in the CAW All Stars Royal Rumble match this year. And as you know, the winner of the match can receive a World Championship opportunity of their choosing, which includes the CAW All Stars World Heavyweight Championship. I hope that won't be a problem. Yeah, that reminds me, I also signed another individual to be in the Royal Rumble match this year. In fact, he's here tonight. He won his match at CAW All Stars last year. You may have heard of him. The Problem, Kobe Vincent. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CAW All Stars World Tour 6. I am Philip Ontario, as always, back here in the studio, and we intended to start the show tonight with this here in the studio, but we had quite a different start for the show with Jamal Bedlam, Sean Walsh, Kobe Vincent, a lot of news being dropped, and we're going to cover all of it before the end of the night. But folks, tonight we will see the CAW All Stars World Tag Team Championships on the line as the new champions Sovereign Death Machine, Malik Brown and Zaya Steele defend their titles against Alex James and Connor Green, Gen Z. And as we found out from Sean Walsh, the winning team of this matchup will indeed be walking into CAW All Stars 14 as the CAW All Stars World Tag Team Champions. Their opponents, the CAW All Stars board has already decided who the number one contenders will be, and we will find out a little bit later on tonight who will be stepping up and taking on the champions. Also here at World Tour, we're going to go over some of the matches that will be taking place this year at CAW All Stars 14, including the match that is set to be, at the moment, the main event of CAW All Stars 14, the CAW All Stars World Heavyweight Championship match. The champion, John Blackos, defending his championship against the winner of the Royal Rumble, Lewis Rivers. Both men are here tonight. John Blackos set to respond to Lewis Rivers' comments from the last World Tour special. Who knows how that's going to break down, but if John Blackos is still the champion come CAW All Stars 14, he will be defending that title against Lewis Rivers at CAW All Stars 14. Also, speaking of champions, the CAW All Stars Women's World Championship will be defended as the champion, Kimberly Page, will defend her championship against 3 different women in a fatal 4-way matchup. Those 3 women, the winner of the CAW All Stars Women's Rumble match, Akira Suzuki, the former CAW All Stars Women's World Champion, Elizabeth Priza, and, get this one folks, Akira Yukamura. It's going to be a spectacular fatal 4-way women's championship matchup. And as announced at our last World Tour special, it will be a triple threat match. Cody Hagan will take on Deshaun Walton and Ryu Takatsu. Also, the Punisher Fisk is back, and he will be facing the show, Damian Valentine. Also, we found out in the AWF, JMI will be defending his AWF World Heavyweight Championship against an individual who's very successful here at CAW All Stars, that being Scott McShannon. And also a little bit of breaking news, folks. We're going to see Zach Stone of DCA take on Jeffrey Albritton, what is sure to be a very unique and spectacular matchup. Folks, in a match that might be very spectacular if he accepts the challenge. We saw at the last World Tour special, Rockstone threw down the challenge for a match with Krack. Everyone's been wondering, does Jay accept? Well, Jay is here with answers, so let's send things to Krack for his response.
I bust your kneecaps with a stick. That's what you get for talking shit. I heard you rang the stupid little mouth. Now you know what I'm all about. I bust your kneecaps with a stick. Oh, fuck you, Rockstone, you little bitch. Don't you ever talk shit again, 'cause I will kill you, my dear friend. Bitch, I accept. I will see you at CAW All Stars. I will defend my legacy. My undefeated streak at CAW All Stars. Bitch, I'll fucking see you.
Well, I guess There we have it. Krack has accepted the challenge. We will see Krack versus Rockstone at CAW All Stars 14. That is sure to be a chaotic matchup. Speaking of chaotic, of course we will have the men's Royal Rumble match at CAW All Stars 14, and we heard on the last World Tour special some of the names that will be in that matchup, including Matt Black, Aether Adamus, Jacob Baker, DJ Striker, Eddie Lobo, and Matt Thunder. We found out at the top of the show tonight, joining those men will be Jamal Bedlam, Walter Scott, and Kobe Vinson. But we're not done. We have a few more names who have also been confirmed for the men's Royal Rumble matchup. That includes TJ Don, Mikey Truth, GMR, Jeremy Paisley, William Jackson, and Kevin Cross. This is a stacked list of individuals who are going to be in this Royal Rumble matchup, folks. Doesn't get much bigger than this. Folks, coming up, we're going to have our CAW All Stars World Tag Team Championship match that's coming up next. But before we get that match underway, we're going to announce one of the two CAW All Stars Hall of Fame inductees that are set to be revealed tonight. The second will be revealed after our championship matchup. The first is a former multi-time world champion. In fact, he currently holds the CCWO Canadian Heavyweight Championship, which he won last year at CAW All Stars. M Accuracy will be going into the CAW All Stars Hall of Fame. Congratulations to M Accuracy. Very long and successful and unique career. With that said, let's get to our CAW All Stars World Tag Team Championship match. We're going to see Sovereign Death Machine versus Gen Z. So let's send it to ringside. And then after the matchup, we'll be back here in the studio talking about what's coming up next.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am Hitkin Worldwide, joined by Roman Bedlam. And we welcome you to World Tour 6 for CAW All Stars.
Well, I mean, we would welcome you humbly, but considering everything that happened just before this match,
Oh, you forgot in the booth!
yeah, things are going down. My brother's in the Rumble, so that's cool.
But shit kicked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scorpio setup, if we're allowed to say it.
Doesn't surprise me considering the beef between Sean and Jamal is getting way more and more intense as it goes.
It's getting ridiculous, if we're allowed to say it. Anyway, we are here because we have a CAW All Stars World Tag Team Championship on deck. There you see the current AWF World Tag Team Champions in Alex James and Connor Green. They are Gen C. And they're set to take on these two pricks.
The embodiment of death. It is Malik Brown and Zaya Steele. They are the Sovereign Death Machine.
And this is there they are.
There we go.
What the fuck is with the crowns?
I believe did they have them all when they had fought?
Before? They did have them when they challenged for the belts.
Well, I think that says enough right there.
Yeah. The Sovereign Death Machine, Elite Brown, Sarah Steele. Your new CAW All Stars World Tag Team Champions as of last World Tour, and a clash of generations here for the CAW All Stars World Tag Team titles.
Malik Brown, being around the business for as long as he has, now finds himself taking on two newcomers in the sense in Alex James and Connor Green. But by Malik's side is one of the most dangerous men who have ever stepped foot in the ring, in the Prince of Death, Zaya Steele.
The new threat, whichever one you want to call him. Let's remember, it was, you saw the East Coast connection out here demanding their rematch. It was thanks to Sean that these two men won the belt.
But Jamal's very clearly not holding too much of a grudge towards SDM. More the grudge is Sean, but that's beside the point here. This is about the CAW All Stars Tag Team Championships.
Yeah, it's title fight time if we're allowed to say it.
They're the champions.
You can feel the atmosphere here. We are very soon going to be at CAW All Stars 14. Well, it's going to be a special night, within our industry once again.
Oh boy. And we got
Alex James and Malik Bruin to start.
We're gonna see how Alex can match up with Malik here. Oh, we got a roll.
He's back! Gets caught with an O'Connor on those two and the other. Malik just made one of the most uncharacteristic mistakes you would think you would ever see him make right there. And he almost paid for it.
Well, Alex is making Malik pay for it. I'll give him that.
Yeah, kicking him down like... There is something called respect your opponents, if we're allowed to say, and Malik showed no respect like that, turning the back straight away. And right now, he is paying for it.
Wait, what are they doing here? Oh, jeez!
Oh, chasing the dragon, the brainbuster kick! And well, coming to a bout with no respect for your opposition, and well, they'll make you earn their respect, and those are half and half.
Connor now, with the quick pin there.
Yeah, half and half suplex. You can see Steele telling Malik to get the shoulder up right there. Oh, in the neck.
And you gotta imagine that there's gonna be a certain two people watching this match with very heavy investment.
Oh yeah, I can speak personally on that one in a sense.
And this is what Connor probably should not allow Malik.
You're not gonna win a striking match with Malik.
Nope. I don't know many people who could.
Not many. Not many. The only rare exception, the one time I think I saw Malik get outstruck was when he fought Takira Yukimura that one time.
And honestly, you could maybe put Steele in that category too, of potential people who could outduel Malik in a striking battle, but...
Not fast-paced striking, not technical striking. Maybe power striking Steele could. But when it comes to, like fast-paced technical striking, Malik's one of the very best.
No, that's absolutely fair. Oh, Jesus, look at the forearms.
Multiple forearms, and Connor is in a large... Look at the speed. Speed kills.
He is wearing out Connor with those strikes.
I wish they could say I'm surprised, but speed kills, and Malik has now sent Connor great... Oh my God, power!
Yeah, I would be surprised. Well, I know how this goes.
Two. Yeah, Malik. You know the rule.
Everybody kicks out of the deal.
He knows the rule, but I don't think he gave a fuck. Nice thing to steal. What a drop kick.
And this is one of the last people you want to be in a ring with. This behemoth. There is Steele.
Yeah, instead just... he just gave Conor Green the hope, of maybe going over to Alex for the tag. And then just planted the elbow in the back, and now he's got the knee right on the neck.
This right here is a dangerous man. Because for years he's felt like people just got all the spots ahead of him. He's tired of being pushed back down.
Think about it. Think of when the Prince of Death came in. It was because he was bitter. It was because he felt like he's been underrated. There's a nice Yakuza style kick. And it was because he was overlooked in his eyes.
And to some credit, I mean, I don't believe he's entirely wrong.
Yeah. And then you think about the series of matches there. Think about the him and Kenyon Phoenix feud. Think about, the match he had with Chronic.
Those two matches really begin to put a lot of eyes on Steele.
Yeah, I want a shoulder block, scaring in Alex James's face while delivering that to Conor Green.
And this is the danger of the Sovereign Death Machine.
You do not want to allow them to get the power and striking advantage here.
Oh dear God! Big elbow drop!
Oh boy, is Connor gonna get well? Yep, I thought he was gonna take him to the violence party, but he only got a
too. Yeah. And this is not what Gen C need. Gen C need to somehow get the momentum back on track here, because right now they are both getting wore out here.
And look at Malik rolling with a gator roll, and now putting a crossface on Connor.
Yeah, something about Malik is very underrated in the mastery of the dark arts, if I'm allowed to say it. The nasty stuff.
You may not see it a lot, but Malik is willing to play a bit dirty. Then again, with knees like that, you don't need to play dirty.
Yeah, right to the head. And you can hear this crowd here in the CAS World Tour arena trying to get back, behind Gen C. But right now it's been all suffering death machine.
You could see by the look on Connor's face, he looks worn out. And Malik is just adding on the pain.
Malik's having fun right here. He's just picking him apart.
Arguably, out of everyone in this match, Connor is maybe the least experienced. And that's a stretch.
Oh, look at that scan in Alex's face.
Yep.
One thing the suffering death machine can't do, even though they are controlling this right now, and you're seeing the confidence from Steel and Malik, is they must not get it. That was a beautiful throw.
Beautiful double arm lock suplex.
Yeah, they mustn't get overconfident. As there's the tag as Malik lets it happen to bring in Alex, and this is who Malik wanted in the ring. Oh! 2 quick drop kicks, single leg drop kicks. Right hand and a few wall kicks here. Oh, down goes the referee. Alex James with a forearm shot right there.
He wants Malik to get up here while his partner Connor is recovering on the outside, giving a chance to maybe gain his breath here.
Malik slowed on his feet. Alex James gonna roll through. Nice breakup.
Crash Poet now taking full control of this match after Malik had completely just dominated Connor.
Quick snap mode. Nice knife edge chop. Nice basketball style kick.
Alex holding his own very well here.
3-hit combo sends Malik Brown down to the mat.
Alex James holding his own very well with Malik Brown here.
Alex James now in control, if I like to say it.
Now what's he doing here?
Oh, both arms.
Well, that's gonna suck.
Oh, nice shoulder.
Malik, the smart thing would be to make sure Alex is far away from his corner, get him over near Steel.
Yep, and you can see Malik there just backing Alex James off with the shots.
He's telling him to bring the shot. Well, Alex is going to bring the shot.
And Alex matching Malik, he just caught him with a forearm shot there, right in the back.
What's Alex doing here?
Oh, beautiful.
A slingshot version of the deal. Are we really about to... Yeah, we're doing this again.
Yeah, we're doing this again, and now Alex James is going to learn the lesson.
Everyone kicks out of the deal.
Damn right. I mean, he should know better, but,
Oh, watch out. Oh, jeez.
Half and half.
Just getting tossed. And one thing that does get under-acknowledged about Malik Brown is that he's also stronger than what he would look.
A nice double underhook.
Butterfly suplexes and like the rolling. And
Flats him up.
Like I was mentioning, Malik's strength tends to go underneath a lot of people's radar, but it is there.
Yeah, he's deceptively sung. And what is this? Oh, Corona powerbomb! That was beautiful, to say it from Gen C.
And Steel able to break it up very quickly.
Yes, yeah, Steel right on the job right there. Able to come in for a save, and now Conor Green here thinking, what have I got to do here to keep Malik down?
Do anything you can. Just don't allow Malik to make that tag, because it can get bad.
This is trouble for Malik. The knee and the kick!
Beautiful should have went for the pin there.
Yeah, he should have held it, to be fair. He didn't decide to hold it.
Because that might have been enough to keep Malik down.
Instead, going after Malik here is Alex James, sending Malik into the ropes. To the floor!
Well, I believe we're going to see a flying forward. Yep.
Top bacon heel on no touch to the floor!
Or, as a certain Hall of Famer would say, do a barrel roll.
Damn right! And Malik is in trouble. One to the leg, one to the chin with the double super kick. Cover in, and once again, CAS Steel right on point. That takes a look from Conor.
Steel doing his job as a teammate, and so is Conor.
And now Conor.
Oh, here we go. Last stanza.
That is sort of smart right there.
Last stanza's locked in.
Last stanza. Oh. And such a smart submission, though, considering Malik's main weapon is that Jaguar knee. That calf crusher last stanza, as he calls it, targets that knee joint. Oh no! Oh my God!
And Malik has been made very aware of that. That Regoplex might have taken Alex to another zip code.
That was the Southern Light suplex to correct you, my friend. But Alex able to counter right back and slam Malik down on the outs. Springboard moonsault, nobody on. Malik too quick, too experienced to get caught with that.
Watch out. Oh no.
Backbreaker.
Oh no, this is gonna suck. Oh Jesus.
The drop.
That is a roughly 207-pound man driving his knee into your chest. Yeah, that's not a good feeling.
And now you say it's Steel rib breaker.
A guy who for a long time has felt like being BW World Champion was his destiny, now beginning to make Alex feel his destiny as he hit him with Darkness Falls, which just pushes him off.
It's all CAS Steel right now.
I mean, that's the dangerous thing about this combination of Malik Brown and CAS Steel. Steel has that power game that's very hard to match. And you got Malik with all the experience. He's going for the
I'm looking for Alex to kind of spinning side knee.
That discus knee Alex has used throughout his career.
Yeah, Malik has the striking, he has the technical ability, he has all the tools, and he has the experience, you know, compared to Steel. Steel has the hard hitting, he has the instant KO. That was a cheap shot there from Malik, sending Alex James to the floor. And, you know, Steel has the power as well. It is what makes the Sovereign Death Machine who they are. And speaking of death, this is going to be bad.
Oh, there goes his back.
Back first, Conor seen enough.
Conor gonna do his best to give his partner some more time here by brawling with Steel.
He's trying to give Alex James an opening here to recover. He's getting punched in the ribs a lot, if I'm allowed to say it. Caught Steel with the right hand. Oh!
Well, those Steel steps will do the trick.
Yeah, I'll take the... It don't matter who you are. You hit Steel steps, you get the air taken from you. Be all goddamn end all, if we're allowed to say it.
Alex breaking the count now to go after Steel.
Yeah, Steel ready though, right hand. Oh!
Steps.
Yeah, say Steel now using the steps on Alex James, and now sending Alex James right across the floor here with no regard for the man's health and safety whatsoever. Seven count. They both men need to get in yet. Oh, big elbow.
Steel taking his time here. Alex, you gotta get up. Don't allow Steel to get a time to think of what he's gonna do next.
This is the pace though the Sovereign Death Machine do wanted that. Steel went for the grab, but Alex a bit quicker than him. Kicking Steel on the head, chop that tree down. Neckbreaker, beautifully done.
And one would also imagine Steel's confidence has to be up on the roof, considering the last time he was on AWF programming, he decimated Matt Thunder.
Oh yeah, he killed that motherfucker in the King of the Ring qualifying.
And now he's fighting Rockstone, which is a match I never thought I would ever see happen.
Yeah. Meanwhile, as we know, if we're allowed to say it, we've seen how busy. Body block to the floor!
Speaking of King of the Ring, our brothers are set to clash.
Yeah, again.
Yeah.
They never can stop fighting in a sense.
And the winner gets to face Kevin Cross. That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, just make sure that Damien, you know who, don't show up by ringside, otherwise there might be issues. That was a springboard crossbody.
I mean, Damien said he was going to be there by Jamal's side, so I mean, not much can be done there.
Oh well, if he gets dropped on his head, it's his own fucking fault.
Speaking of getting dropped,
they just said Steeler. Oh, they ain't going to move.
Yep.
Dave.
This move has ended matches for them. And Steel might be dead right here.
Hit them.
Yeah, they took a little too long there.
Should have celebrated. Should have pinned the leg. Took too long. That was experience right there. Should have immediately gone for the cover as soon as they hit. Not acknowledging they landed a big move. That was experience right there, which may have just cost Gen C.
Yeah, Connor took too much time celebrating. And it really just backfired.
He may have just dislocated his elbow.
Here comes a warning. A warning for a child. And unfortunately, he might be about to get his head taken off. Oh no!
It's him right in the
look at it.
Joe!
Well,
yeah, he's out. He is OUT.
Here lies Connor Green, another victim of the Reaper. Oh no!
Oh, that's so. He could have pinned him after the Reaper's elbow.
Oh no! Connor's about to get much worse. Jaguar knee on site.
Trust me, as someone who's seen enough of them first stand, you know damn well it's over. Just a good match. Alex knocked off the apron. A free count here is Nick. And that is a title successfully defended. V1 for the Sovereign Death Machine here at CAW All Stars World Tour.
Weak as Zahia, they came, they saw, and they took the boys out the pasture. Gen Z are done and out of the way. And these two will look forward to Call of 14 to defend those belts. But against who?
Yeah, from what we have been told on the sheet, we will know later on tonight, but that was a statement win from the CAW All Stars World Tag Team Champions. Next participant.
Oh shit.
Oh my fucking god!
What?
Cody Hagen.
What?
This guy is
Cody Hagen.
Ladies and gentlemen, an actual piece of shit.
How the fuck Cody Hagen?
A member of the Mutant Mafia.
1 year later, I made my impact in CAW All Stars 13's Royal Rumble. And man, oh motherfucking man, I enjoyed every minute of it. Eliminated not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 people. Not bad for a first CAW All Stars. Now, 1 year later, I'm gonna be in a triple threat match at CAW All Stars 14. But against the 2 people that I eliminated in last year's Rumble. One is my former tag team partner in arms. One that I prospected into becoming a tag team partner. And one day we became friends. One half of the tag team champions back then when we were waiting upon. Ryu Takatsu. Nowadays, he's on his own. I respect him. He's doing a lot for himself in his career. And then the other, Peter, the man himself, the man who's trying so desperately to try to regain the stranglehold in ROV. Sean Walton. Oh, brother. You really thought you can get the stranglehold back to ROV? Well, I'll talk about that later. See, at CAW All Stars 14, in the triple threat match, not only am I gonna walk away victorious, but I'm going to do that while beating the hell out of Walton and Takatsu. And man, I'm gonna have fun beating the hell out of those 2. In that ring, in that squared circle, I'm going to knock those 2 senseless in the middle of that ring. And who knows? I may enter the CAW All Stars Rumble for the 2nd time. And who knows? I may eliminate every single son of a bitch like I did a year ago, and I may walk away victorious. But until then, I'll keep focused on my triple threat match. Walton, Takatsu, I hope you get ready and I hope you're prepared for a battle. But until then, CAW All Stars Universe, you know this. Hell Razor. Wait for it. Out.
Oh boy. Well, my broadcast partner has decided to get a drink real quick. I think we're going to be greeted by D. Ben Hopkins. On the last World Tour, Ben came out after AJ's, shocking retirement announcement and challenged AJ to a match, to which AJ immediately said no. And it seems like since then, Ben is bent on getting AJ to accept this challenge. 2 men who have been to the mountaintop of CAW All Stars, winning the CAW All Stars World title, set to collide here. AJ is hell-bent on keeping his intent of not competing. Oh boy, Ben's grabbing a mic. I mean, if he can convince AJ to do a match, by all means.
Let's not waste any time here. I am not here to waffle on. I am not here to pontificate. AJ, you get out of here. I want to know why you declined my offer for a match right now.
Well, ask, you shall receive. If you got the music, And if that silhouette stands out right, yep, here comes the most infamous man in the entirety of this business, AJ Young. If there's anybody who knows how to stir up the pot, it is AJ Young. You don't get to where he's been at without being willing to step on a few toes. This is a man who has held 3 world championships at the same time. He's the only man to have held the CAW All Stars championship twice. His resume will speak all for him. Quite frankly, it ain't gonna speak as loud as he will.
I should have known that you wouldn't just take no for an answer. I should have known that when I said no, it wouldn't just be the end of it, Ben. You want an answer for why I turned down a match against you? You want an answer so bad? Well, you know what? I'll humor you. I'll indulge you this one time. In the event you're dealing with a case of euphoric recall, allow me to bring you back to reality. You are no longer the CAW All Stars champion. When we were supposed to face each other in CCL, you had that CAW All Stars title. You had that bargaining chip that made me want to get in the ring with you. Ben, you don't have that anymore. And even when you did, you sullied the reputation, the honor, and the prestige of the CAW All Stars Championship by giving opportunity after opportunity to anyone with a beating heart. Contrary to what marketing and advertising might say, Ben, we're not all stars. No one besides you can be Ben Hopkins, and no one, not even you, can be AJ Young besides me. And I know you probably think you did a good thing giving opportunities to everyone because everybody gets a turn with Ben as CAW All Stars champion. But you and I know deep down inside, it was about you running up the numbers so for once you could be seen as above me. But Ben, you know how smart I am and you know I see you for what you really are. I see the obsession that lies within you. You want to be better than AJ Young. You want what I have. You want my prestige. You want my honor. You want my immortality. You want my lasting impact on the CAW wrestling industry. But Ben, you just can't have it. Because despite all the records, all the accolades, all the accomplishments, these people know, I know, everyone in the back knows, and Ben, somewhere deep down inside, even you know, you will never be better than me. Hell, you're not even better than John. And if Boss Man Walsh had bet on the right European to begin with, you wouldn't even be a thought in anyone's mind. And Ben, after I leave this ring and go into the CAW All Stars Hall of Fame, you won't be a thought in mine. My answer is no.
You know, I was just listening to what you were saying, and in your own mind, I guess you make some points that you feel are justified, and maybe some of the opponents were of a lower standard than what people may expect. And so you'd be right in saying no, because you don't feel like there's anything in it for you. But then I had to ask myself, why would AJ Young reject a big match? Is it perhaps because he's scared? Is he running away from a challenge? Is he worried? Because since CAW All Stars 9, when he was knocked out at the main event by Brandon Wolf, who I beat a few years later for the belt, he's not had a whiff of the main event. They called him the original Golden Boy. He's not even fit enough for the bronze medal. And then I have to think, well, maybe AJ just realises he doesn't have it in him anymore. After all, you beat Ben Hitman. So you're thinking, well, I can beat one Ben, I can beat them all. If I went around slapping every AJ that I came across, I'd still want to slap the taste out of your mouth. Because I beat people. Like Chronic, like Carol, like TGO, just to name a few. And it eats you up inside. The fact is that people were clamouring for me to defend the CAW All Stars title everywhere and anywhere. But when you held the belt, twice mind you, people were going, yeah, why bother? It's AJ. Why bother? Who's he going to put butts in seats? AJ? Nah, sorry. He's not worth the inflated price tag he puts on himself for an overindulgent performance. He is not worth the time of day to fly him over for a half-assed performance. He is not worth the time, and maybe that's why. Maybe that's why you disappeared from the CAW All Stars title scene. After all, when Brandon won it in that 4-way, it was 2 years. I hadn't held it for 2 years. And we're slowly approaching another year while John's held the belt. So that's 5 years, AJ. You run away from the main event of CAW All Stars, and you get to thinking it's not really running away in the end, is it? It's you being weak. So I realised I've messed up. And I realised as well that Brian Stone really kind of cut me off here because I did the wrong thing and I challenged a weaker member of Rush Hour. Because at the end of the day, I really should have gone with the winner. I really should have gone with Jay as my opponent.
Yo.
I'm
This is
back!
taking an ugly turn.
I'm back and clearly pissed off AJ Young.
AJ Young, just that erupted a fire in him. Young disaster.
Down goes Hopkins.
AJ's had big losses here and there.
Oh my god, just busted him wide open.
This is still a dangerous AJ Young, no matter how many big losses he has.
Yeah, that knee was driven right to the head and you can see Ben's opened up. Oh no, it's gonna get worse. Redemption's rolled!
The Fury.
There's a saying in life that death comes at the gallows, especially noted to countrymen of myself. Because the gallows is usually where you go to hang and usually have the life drained out from you, bit by bit by bit. And recently, as you all probably watched by now, the Sovereign Death Machine said that death almost creeped on me. I heard what you said, Saya. Saya Steele, the new threat. The man from when known as the Big Steel. One half of your CAW All Stars World Tag Team Champions. A man who is gone cold, gone destructive, gone brutal. A man who has reinvented himself. Congratulations to him. A man though who doesn't check his history. Because you see, Saya, I haven't fought this new Saya Steele. But the past Saya Steels, every time we stepped into the ring, I was the one kicking your ass. Look at the tape. I can name companies, but I don't want to embarrass you. Because let's be honest, Saya, we will have many battles, and you will get some wins on me, and I will get some wins on you. We'll collect blood off each other. And yet you think I'm so fearful of the word death. Motherfucker, I've been in more near-death situations than you can count. And you say I'm fake with this fucking pirate's hat, with the fucking pirate's gimmick, with the fucking everything. You say my tag partner here is fake because he says he's an outlaw. Motherfucker, we've embraced these lives. Break neck till your neck's almost chopped off from the head. We embrace them, we embrace death. And that's what the Sovereign Death Machine needs to learn. But while Saya Steele can say I have avoided death, not the first time I've done that, his tag team partner hates the thought that I even got involved. Malik! I know I wasn't supposed to come out to ringside at the last CAW All Stars World Tour. You know, after Sean had fucked over the East Coast connection, I was there on Fantasy Frenzy meetings with some of the CAW All Stars backstage personnel. So it's well known. Me and my brother own a fantasy company. So we were talking Fantasy Frenzy. But I weren't supposed to be there at ringside. But after I saw liberties being taken by the purview, I decided to come out because I thought, you know what? I'm still cool with Jamal. And if I was in that situation, maybe not, Jamal would do the same for me. I don't really fucking care. But I saw opportunity. And I always go for opportunity, gentlemen. So I came out for the save. I made sure Jamal was okay. Turned around, Jaguar knee from the blind side. Not the first time you've done that to me, Malik, with a cheap shot. Ain't it? I mean, the last time you did that to me, you cost me a World Heavyweight Championship. And that was, God, almost a year now since that incident. And since that incident, we've been at odds with each other ever since. You call me a little punk, a little boy, a person who doesn't know what he's fucking getting into all the time. And it's not just about this issue, it's about a ton of shit. Yeah, you say I don't know consequences, I don't know fears, I don't know the risks I'm taking. How the fuck did I make my career without taking those risks? How the fuck did I not become who I am and how I'm well known without making note of those consequences? There is a reason why my body is scarred to death. I ain't ever gonna be the fucking same after this. So don't you ever fucking dare question my morals and my fucking mindset. You're the last person to question it, Mr. I went off the fucking deep end all the way back when I was, you know, bringing in a standard. Yeah, Malik, I'll go there. You are the most two-faced, no-good, hypocritical, selfish son of a bitch in this entire industry. So come the future, I'm gonna get some payback on you. I'm gonna collect your blood. I'm gonna collect Sayer's blood. And hell, to make it even sweeter, I'm gonna collect one half of those CAW All Stars tag team titles. But far be it from me to warn you about that. I'll let my main man next to me give you the warning. You're both wanted, dead, or alive.
Well, thanks, my boy. A damn bloody good evening from yours truly as well, Malik. Isaiah. Why exactly did I come out that night and scare shit running down your pants, you ask? Well, if you've ever seen a western, that's just what we do. Stranger rides into town, sees a problem. He can't keep out of it. But if you ain't seen a western, I'll enlighten you what happens next. The stranger solves the problem and rides away with the gold. But right now, that gold is hung around your waist. And that's a problem to be solved. Not that big of a problem, to be honest. I saw your cute video talking about us, but quite honestly, I didn't really listen. I heard a bit of squabble. Malik being the usual prom royalty, almost singing all the way through like we're in the Tombstone Carnival. And say a dark overlord with an apple stuck in his throat. Quite a way to question or authenticity. Anyone's really. Alright, boys. Should I be taking a piss at your expense? Come on. Like I said, you got the gold. You've earned it. And now, you just run your course. It's happened to worse men than you, and it's definitely happened to men a lot better than you. I understand you're not so familiar with myself, that's alright. I've got no fucking clue who the hell you are either. But we'll get plenty of time to get to know each other. Because like my very enthusiastic friend here said, we ain't done with you fellas yet. You know what's coming next. You know this part. There's a saying in the West, and I'm sure Needham here can confirm it applies to the West Indies too. you asshats are over.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot to unpack here. First of all, a vicious assault from AJ Young to Ben Hopkins. Hopkins challenging AJ Young again to a match at CAW All Stars 14. Had some poignant remarks about AJ. AJ didn't take that very well. Hopefully we get an update on Ben Hopkins' condition before we go off the air tonight. The show must go on. We also found out that the new team of TJ Nicholson and James Needham will be challenging for the CAW All Stars World Tag Team Championships at CAW All Stars 14. We now know they will be facing the champions, the Sovereign Death Machine, who they had an encounter with at our last World Tour special. They retained their titles over Gen Z a little bit earlier on tonight, so that tag team match will go down at CAW All Stars 14. Also, speaking of Gen Z, while unable to win the tag titles tonight, they will be a part of CAW All Stars 14 in a 6-man tag team matchup. We're going to see Alex James and Connor Green team up with Tommy Fenn to take on the team of Al Cabrera, Travis Turner, and the King, Bobby Mitchell. That will be taking place at CAW All Stars 14. Also, the Gauntlet for the Gold will be returning this year for the women's division. 8 women will enter in a over-the-top rope battle royal, and the winner will receive a future CAW All Stars Women's Championship match. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to send things over to John Blackos, the CAW All Stars World Champion, who will address Lewis Rivers. But before we do that, we promised that there would be another CAW All Stars Hall of Fame inductee announcement here tonight. We found out earlier M Accuracy is going into the hall. Who will be joining M Accuracy? Among the others we've announced thus far for that class, including AJ Young, D-Wall, and Nitro. So now it's time for the second announcement of the night. Who will be joining that list of legendary individuals? None other than the murderer, Mason Chronic. A man who is synonymous with CAW All Stars, has competed in a lot of big CAW All Stars matches, including matches over the CCWO Canadian Heavyweight Championship, the CCL World Heavyweight title, last year a bloody war with Isaiah Steele, and so much more. A world champion all around the world, CCL World Heavyweight Champion, AWF World Heavyweight Champion, and now CAW All Stars Hall of Famer. Congratulations to the murderer, the mother effer, Mason Chronic. And now we're going to send things over to back to ringside, where the CAW All Stars World Heavyweight Champion John Blackos will be addressing Lewis Rivers. That is coming up next. But actually, hold on, folks. I'm now getting word in my earpiece that we have a situation going on backstage with AJ Young. So we're going to send that to there, and then we'll get to John Blackos. So let's send things to AJ Young. Hey, what the hell was that?
What's the matter, Sean? It's not like I beat up Mr. CAW All Stars. Oh, wait, that's me. You know, of course you would be upset. Of course you would be disappointed. Of course you would be angry. Because all along you've backed people other than me. Ben, Goonie, Wolf, CJ Hawkins. You know what the consistent theme of with the majority of those names are? They're no longer here. You know how I differ from the rest of those names is that I have been a constant from day one. And you know why it bothers you? It's because these last 11 years, I have built my name. I have built my foundation brick by brick. And you have constantly tried to put other people ahead of me. You have constantly been trying to search for your next breakout star, your next franchise player. Let me be clear, I am the damn franchise. A little known fact is that I was never your pick to be the face of CAW All Stars, but you've been riding the glory of another man's decision for 10 damn years. Meanwhile, I get the, oh, he's only gotten as far as he has because he's friends with Sean slander. I've given you my blood, my sweat, and my tears for 11 years. I've given you my friendship for damn near 15 years. And this is how you repay me by trying to replace me with Ben? You know what? I'll give you credit. Ben was your best attempt. But he will be your last attempt because I'm going to destroy Ben at CAW All Stars. I'm going to embarrass Ben at CAW All Stars. I'm going to go into the CAW All Stars Hall of Fame, and after that, you and everyone else can kiss AJ Young goodbye. CAW All Stars will never be the same without me. Now that's a guarantee.
This night's not done.
Well,
Jumps in the house.
that man with his back turned. He got the hoodie. He's got the belt. I do believe it's time to hear from John.
The CAW All Stars World Heavyweight Champion, Mr. That Bitch Thriller himself, the French phenom John Blackos is in the building.
A man who holds not one world title, not two, not three, not even four,
Five.
at the same time.
CAW All Stars, CCL, AWF,
OCBF,
OCBF,
and CMC.
yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone get to a point like this in a long time.
Yeah, but right now it's all about his intentions are all about that belt he has around his waist. The most
And now
prestigious out of those, you know, a lot, if I'm allowed to say it.
And
That
if I
CAW
know
All Stars World
John-
title.
If I know John, he's gonna call out one man.
What's the mic? Oh, you see the
Oh
it's
boy,
gonna get
here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, your CAW All Stars champion is in the building. Here at World Tour 6. Can't believe we're already at World Tour 6. It is I, John Blackos, your CAW All Stars champion, the best man going in this business today. And I am out here to address my opponent at CAW All Stars 14. None other than Lewis Rivers. And you heard me correctly, I said my opponent at CAW All Stars 14. Because if you think for 1 second that grasp I have over this CAW All Stars championship is gonna leave me until then, you are mistaken. Because after what you did, Lewis, at the end of CAW All Stars 13, ruining my moment, my celebration of finally besting Ben and being at the top of the absolute food chain that is CAW All Stars, you decided to take it upon yourself to attack me and send your message, standing on top of me at the end of the show. And now you want to proclaim that I am just another champion, just a stepping stone in your rise to glory, that I am literally just, as the Marx would say, a paper champion. Well, Lewis, you might have that paper on you, that paper, if you know what I mean. but to me you're still the face of third class, not first class. And you want to know why exactly you're the face of third class to me? It is because throughout your career here in car wrestling, you want to talk about me being a stepping stone. I also think that you are the stepping stone, Lewis. Because, let me refresh your memory real quick. Do you remember El Dorado Championship Wrestling? Yeah, I think you do, because that's the first company where you made your debut as a wrestler. And correct me if I'm wrong, but you were part of a certain tag team, with one Ed Gucci, the Money Gang. And correct me if I'm wrong, but who was the star of that team, Lewis? Because it damn sure wasn't you. I know for a fact that the one who was in the Money in the Bank ladder match and won the whole thing was Ed Gucci. And thanks to who? Thanks to you, by the way. Because you had to actually help him win the match. But he was always a bigger star than you ever were in that company. You want another example? I got another example for you. In the AWF, you came in as 3G with Walter Scott. And guess who was the biggest star of that team? It wasn't you, Lewis. It was always the OGFG Walter Scott. And guess what happened when that team broke up? You got salty and you betrayed Walter to the point where you had to send him to an entire other roster, which, by the way, now you're a part of. So good luck dealing with Walter over on Superstar Mayhem. Maybe your forearms will get a little bit bigger by CAW All Stars 14. I got another example for you. Remember Heartless? Remember Heartless, Lewis? Because I damn sure remember Heartless. Who was the star of Heartless? Surely wasn't you. As much as I hate that guy, it was Kenyon Phoenix who was the star of Heartless. And hell, even Aether was above you. And Zaya Steel, look where he is now. He beat Chronic's ass last year, and he's now a CAW All Stars Tag Team Champion with Malik Brown. What title have you held other than the AWF Tag Team Championships for a week? I don't know. I sure as hell don't know. But you want to proclaim and brag about how I suck, about how badly I'm going to lose at CAW All Stars 14. You even want me to bring a white flag at CAW All Stars 14, coming in and put it in the middle of the ring and surrender my title to you. That's what you want. Well, you know what? I'm going to take a part of that suggestion. Not the flag part, but I will be coming at CAW All Stars 14 wearing all white. But it won't be to surrender the title or forfeit the title to you, no. It will be just so I can see your blood better on me. And hell, even my blood, if you happen to hit me hard enough to make me bleed. Because trust me, you'll need all the vertical chop blocks in the world. And all the chick cashers in the world and everything in between to take that away from me, this thing that I've worked so hard for, from me. But why wait? Why wait, face of third-class fat bitch? why don't you come out right now and we give these people here at World Tour 6 a little bit of a preview or even spoiler of what's gonna happen at CAS Stars 14.
Oh, there's the call out.
Oh, well,
And I think it's going to be answered.
Lewis's pride might have gotten hit quite a few times.
Yeah, John went right for the, oh, there he is.
Right for the family jewels.
Yeah. The face of first class, the number one contender to the CAW All Stars World Championship. There is a very, look at the stride to the ring as well.
The current CCL Men's Breakthrough Champion, by the way.
Yeah. Lewis Rivers, he's got a skull on his face.
Also a former AWF Extreme Champion, but I know what John was doing. He's taking the absolute piss out of Lewis. And quite frankly, by all means, do what you gotta do.
Oh, I don't blame John, considering how Lewis was the one who ruined his moment, back at CAW All Stars 13.
Oh boy. And by the look on Lewis's face, he ain't in the mood to talk.
Yeah, and right in John's face right now. Yeah, here we go!
We gotta fight.
In the man's face! He called you out to fight! Be ready to fucking fight!
That was a kick right in the upper thigh. Good God, what a fight.
And back fist to the open arm palm strike, dropping John. Oh, he did not swear John down enough.
Yeah, he put dirt on John's strip and he's trying for the vertical chop block. But he got knees in the face.
He got a knee right in the jaw. New teeth, please, for Mr. Lewis Rivers.
Watch out, big old clothesline. Flying Frenchman on the way.
Yep. Suicide John over the top rope with a suicide dive.
And notice John's strip has not come off of him, even with that suicide dive.
I don't think John's done with him.
No, he's not. Lewis is running
with John tonight.
Oh, that $5,000 jacket must be.
Yeah.
Must be
Yeah. Discretion, the better part of Fowler here tonight for the face of first class.
John, for right now, has the moral victory over Lewis. But if I know Lewis how I know him, he's not gonna let this go. Not quite.
Oh, without a doubt, as the road heats up to CAW All Stars 14. He's been Roman Bedlam, I have been Hit Kid Worldwide. We thank you for joining us here on the CAW All Stars World Tour number 6. We will see you next time. Good night, everybody.
Can you believe it? John Blackos has won the CAW All Stars Championship.
Unreal. What a conclusion here to CAW All Stars 13.
Wait a minute. Hold on. It's Lewis Rivers. Oh my God. He's attacking John Blackos.
Show me how to lie. You're getting better all the time, and turning all against the one isn't all just hard to teach. Another clever word sets off an unsuspecting hurt, and as you get back in a line, a mob jumps to their feet. Now dance, fucker, dance, man, he never had a chance, and no one even knew it was really only you.
Dance, fucker, dance, you never had a chance, and no one even knew it was really only you. So dance, fucker, dance, I never had a chance, it was really only you.
With a thousand lies and a gun disguise, hit him right between the eyes, hit him right between the eyes. When you walk away, nothing more to say. See the lightning in your eyes, see him running with fire. With a thousand lies and a gun disguise, hit him right between the eyes, hit him right between the eyes. When you walk away, nothing more to say. See the lightning in your eyes, see him running for their lives.
That bitches.